According to the Punch newspapers of the 10th of April 2026, 24 people were killed, church mosques were razed in Ephphatha Catholic Diocese. According to the Christian Daily International, World Evangelical Alliance welcomes US-Iran ceasefire, calls for lasting peace and religious freedom. The Catholic Diocese of Kontagora has raised fresh alarm over escalating violence in Kebbi State, revealing that 24 people were killed in a deadly Easter Sunday attack on Debi village in Shanga local government area. The attack was the latest in a series of violent attacks on the border communities between Kebbi and Niger States. Days earlier, suspected bandits had launched a coordinated night assault on multiple villages in the same Shanga local government area. Security sources said the attackers were believed to have emerged from hideouts in the Wawa forest in Borgo local government area of Niger State. The Kebbi State Police Command confirmed that tactical units were deployed to restore order. According to the statement issued in Yauri, Kebbi State on Thursday, the diocese said suspected terrorists stormed the community around 5 p.m. on April 5th. Unleashing hours of violence that left dozens dead and properties in ruins. We want Nigeria and the international community to know what transpired in Debi, the diocese said. The confirmed number of fatalities is 24, contrary to earlier reports of 4. The victims, according to the church, cut across religious lines: Christians, Muslims, and traditional worshippers, underscoring what is described as a tragedy under humanity, not a particular faith. The attackers reportedly set ablaze St. Mary's Catholic Church, a mosque, residential homes, and shops while targeting mostly men and youth. The terrorists invaded the village and killed 24 people. Properties were destroyed, including a church and a mosque. This is a devastating blow to the entire community, the statement said. In the aftermath, hundreds of residents fled their homes seeking safety. The diocese disclosed that 491 internally displaced persons are currently taking refuge at St. Dominic Parish in Yauri. We call on President Bola Tinubu and Governor Muhammad Idris to take decisive action to restore security and enable displaced persons to return home safely, the diocese urged. The diocese also appealed to humanitarian organizations and the international community to step in urgently to prevent a worsening crisis while calling for long-term solutions in security in the region. The World Evangelical Alliance on Wednesday welcomed the newly announced 2-week ceasefire between the United States and Iran, expressing the hope that temporary pause in hostilities could lead to a permanent peace agreement. In a statement issued on the 8th of April, Reverend Boutros Mansour, Secretary General of the WEA, said the alliance is praying for those affected by the 6-week conflict, including communities in Iran, Israel, and across the Arab region. We pray that it may become a permanent peace deal, Mansour, who lives in Nazareth, said, adding that Christians are called to pursue peace and reject war. He also highlighted the need for freedom of religion for all people in the affected regions, including evangelical Christians. The WEA's response followed the ceasefire that took effect Tuesday evening, April 7th, temporarily halting weeks of escalating violence between US and Iranian forces, with Israel backing the pause under certain conditions. The agreement is intended to create space for further negotiations, though uncertainty remains over its scope and enforcement. In its statement, WEA emphasized that peaceful agreements between nations should be reached through dialogue and in accordance with the international law, while also affirming that all people should be able to live according to the human rights principles outlined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The alliance also drew attention to the ongoing concerns in Lebanon, urging that the ceasefire extend protection to civilians there, particularly in the country's southern regions, where hostilities have continued despite the broader agreement. Referencing the biblical call to peacemaking, Mansour cited Jesus' words on the Gospel of Matthew, underscoring the Christian commitment to reconciliation amid conflict. That's the news for today. Stay connected with us on more Christian news from Nigeria and around the world. The Holiday Kids pre-resumption prayer holds from the 27th of April till the 1st of May 2026, which is handled by the Ephphatha Kids Prayer Academy. Stay connected with us as we bring you more Christian news from Nigeria and around the world.